Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode number 5 of our Square Foot Garden Adventure. It is day 55 for this first garden, and as you can see, things continue to do splendidly. Last time, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I said I bet there'll be tomatoes next time I make one of these videos, and sure enough, we have tomatoes. A lot of tomatoes. I planted Best Boy tomatoes and beefsteak tomatoes. I'm not sure which ones are which at this point, but they're doing pretty well. For the most part, the tomatoes are really kicking. Here's the kale again. We wound up never eating this. Oh, and this is what lettuce looks like when you never pick it. I think this is cauliflower or broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Nothing's happening except it's got huge leaves, but that's fine. This is interesting. This is the broccoli. Now, after the broccoli bolts and you can't eat it, it grows these bean pods. And this is where broccoli seeds are formed. So eventually those will turn brown and we can kind of open them up and take the seeds and maybe try again next year. We had a sweet pea, snow pea problem. They have died. I'm not certain why, but they are deader than dead. So they are a fail. Last time I showed you our cucumber plant and it had some vines. 2 weeks later, this thing has really grown tall. And as you see, it's flowering, so I'm assuming I will get some cucumbers soon, which is very exciting. Here are tons of cucumber flowers and vines, and as you can see, it stretches way up. I think last time I showed you, it was only maybe a third of the way up this little fencing we had put in, and now it is past the fencing and reaching for the stars. So, God bless it. I love that cucumber plant. Oh, more tomatoes, because honestly, this garden bed has become the home of tomatoes and maybe other things if they can survive the tomatoes. Oh, these are cute. This is what a baby pepper looks like. I had no idea. I planted some. They're all bell peppers, and I think next year when we do this, I'll plant a variety of peppers. But these were colored pepper seeds, so I'm not sure what color they will turn out to be. They're very cute. They're little, tiny wee. But they look cute, and hopefully they'll get bigger, like the tomatoes have. We wound up getting a zucchini already from this zucchini plant, so I was excited about that. It was nice and healthy, and we stir-fried it, and it was everything I wanted it to be. The corn is looking great, too. More flowers, so that means more zucchini. Apparently zucchini flowers and pumpkin flowers, my friend Voltaire tells me, are exactly the same. It's the same plant, just different fruit. Some sort of hybridization or something. Voltaire knows all of the lowdown on plants and flowers. She is my go-to flower person. More tomatoes. You'll be seeing a lot of tomatoes in this video because I have a lot of tomatoes. Last week I was concerned that the kale I had transplanted out of the second garden had been distressed. As you can see, it is very healthy. When I took it out, I planted 2 broccoli seeds, and they did not come up, which is kind of where we come to this garden. We feel it is a tale of 2 composts with these gardens. The first garden bed, so lush, so thick, the plants are hardy. The second garden bed, look, this plant has a tomato on it, but it's a thin, anemic-looking plant. It's the case with almost all of the plants in this garden. It's not that far behind the other garden. It should be quite large. Look at these zucchini or squash plants. The leaves are nowhere near the size of the other garden. It does have flowers. It's as far along as the other one was the last time I showed you, but not nearly as big. Same for the corn, the broccoli. I mean, you can see there's yellow leaves in there. The tomatoes are just not as thick and luscious. That mint is doing well, though. The mint is doing well. But as you can see, the peppers aren't very tall. Lots of yellow leaves, brown leaves in some instances. It's just not doing as well. And I will say that in the first garden, we used some compost that we got from the local Amish place. And the second garden bed, the Amish spot had been all out of the compost, never to get any more in for the season. So we went somewhere else and got this other compost. And this is what we've got. Not as hardy at all. And perhaps if I hadn't have already seen the first garden and the crazy wild jungle it became, I would think that this garden was doing well. But I do have that first garden, and I do see how crazy it went. This Penn Valley, I think, is the name of the compost that did really well in the first garden. I'm not sure I'm not sure what this one is. I want to say Quaddy. I'm not sure. We don't know if the compost in general is bad or if we just had a bad batch. But there's certainly a difference in the lushness of everything. So that's the tale I'm telling this week. First garden is doing great. It is producing stuff. It is growing. And it's fun to watch. The cucumber plant is ridiculous. How it just shot up. So it's obviously where it wants to be, getting the right amount of sun. They get the same amount of sun. I mean, they're right next to each other. So the only difference is really the compost. We've got the same vermiculite and the same peat moss in both. The only difference is the compost. And it was like about a week behind. But some of the stuff was planted as seeds at the same time, especially the zucchini, the squash, and the cucumber. So I'll keep taking care of both of them, doing my best for them. But yeah, that's the video this week. Episode 5, day 55, A Tale of Two Composts. We will be back with more exciting square garden adventures soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.